Haha, I did it. That smooth transition. Everybody's mics unmuted at the same time. It's almost like I planned these things. It's almost like I can plan these things now.
It's almost like we were both going to sit here not talking just to freak you out.
That's fine. I could sit here and talk to myself and chat. I wouldn't be by myself. I would be with chat.
Because chat's there in force. Hello, good evening. Welcome. You can't see me wave because my camera isn't on tonight, so. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are stuck looking at me. Oh, hang on. It's Michael. So obviously we need to do the because we have like the patented Michael Patterson air horn now. Michael, wake up! The show's starting.
Or are we going to call it the Patterhorn?
The Patterhorn. I was hoping somebody would come up with something better than me for it. I'm not creative when it comes to names.
Well, you know me, at times it just pops in there straight out. It just goes, and people go, "Oh, that's awesome." But yeah, so good evening, everybody. This is season 3, episode 7 of the Game Won't Play Us Out podcast. I am Lardteamaker, aka Will McKellar. Joining me, as always, in full HD glory of his wonderful, wonderful face, is James Atkinson.
Hi, everybody. How are we all doing tonight?
And the other pixelated, glorious face of art that you see above mine is Chris Hurgleman.
It's me, Hurgleman.
So how you guys doing? How's your week been?
It's been a week.
Yeah.
It's been a week. There was some streaming. Work was busy. There were a lot of power. I had to deal with a lot of power of attorneys. It's never good when you have to deal with power of attorneys. But besides that, it was fun. Got some gaming in. Got to play a new game. Excited for next week with more games coming out.
Nice. I played some games. I did a lot of streaming in between Twitch deciding to muck about. So threw my bit off a little bit.
All the hosts tonight. All the hosts.
Oh, that's awesome, though. But we love the hosts. Bring your hosts upon us. And it's like appointment all bloody week for me. But so yes, it was a busy old week. Not all bad though. Not all bad, I must say. But how about chat? How are you guys doing in chat? Because while you're telling us how your week's been, we've got some little itty bitty bits of news that might lead to some ranting, might lead to some raving, might lead to just general conversation. What we've been playing, any shout outs.
We could also do that thing that I talked to you about a while ago, Will. Remember that thing I said that we needed to set up and keep away from me and Chris so that then we could do it blind live on the spot?
Oh yeah, we could do that.
We could do that.
Mm.
I think it would be a perfect time to do that.
Yeah.
We'll do that later in the show, though. That's hinting that we would call this in the biz foreshadowing.
Yes, we would do that as a tease, and I've just seen them. I've just seen the bits that he told me to do, so that's fine. We'll do that. But so we might as well get going. Hello, Becky Frost. Hello, Michael Patson. Hello, Malinari. Hello, Reese's Wave, and everybody else who is in the chat. We got some housekeeping to go through first of all, so I will pass you over to James. Well, I would do.
Sorry, I had to. I got new headphones, so I decided to turn them on to try them out because they glow.
Ooh.
And if you've been paying attention to the Instagram, which we have, you would have seen that already.
Yeah, because the setup you had, that was awesome.
Yeah, the computer can match the glowing of my headsets and my keyboard.
Color coordinated PC setup.
Yeah, that was also while I was editing videos because I've been editing a lot of videos. There's been a lot going on. Yeah, so that's the thing, but that's for what we've been playing.
Yes. What about housekeeping?
Housekeeping.
Yes.
So, yes, that's right. We do this thing called housekeeping at the beginning of our show where I get to tell you about things, much as the things that you already know, such as Twitch Prime. Do you know Twitch Prime? Guys, did you know about Twitch Prime? I'm sure you know about Twitch Prime. So let's talk about Twitch Prime. Twitch Prime is that cool little people that have that little blue crown over their head in the chat there. Those people have Twitch and Prime, and they've combined them together to create this wonderful thing and support their local creators, which you can go by clicking up there at the subscribe button. And it will say, would you like to subscribe with Twitch Prime? And you'll be like, I didn't know I had Twitch Prime. And they'll be like, yes, of course. You know, when you bought that one thing that you needed free 2-day shipping for because you forgot to get that wedding gift for your cousin who was getting married in Vermont. You know that one. The one that you really weren't sure what to go with, so you went with a sentimental gift and got them Uno because you used to play Uno together as kids, but they fucking cheated all the goddamn time. And you just fucking hated it and raged it. And there's a one time at the beach house where you're sitting there for 2 whole days. All it did was rain. The only game you had was Mealy's Bajorn and fucking Uno. And all you did was play Uno to the point where you just wanted to rip their fucking eyes out. Yeah, that game. So that's Twitch Prime. So because you have that and you've tied it to your Twitch account, you can support a creator. Could be us, could be Hurgleman, could be Lardteamaker, could be anybody you want. But other things you could do is you could also watch weird and creepy ads on Twitch and get bits. And what those bits is, they'll go right to creators. 1 bit equals 1 cent. And it's kind of a cool kind of a thing, so that's an easy way to help support people as well. So if you gave your Twitch Prime subscription to one person, but you want to give the bits to the other person, you can do that by watching really, really weird stuff. Yeah, you know, like McDonald's commercials, Hyundai commercials. I don't know. I haven't been able to watch one in like 2 weeks, so I don't know what they're doing right now. But it's probably pretty weird. Also, so remember, that's another way to help support yourself. But ultimately, through all of that, we can talk about something else here. Probably the most important of all the moneying. Where do you want to put your money? Well, I'll tell you where you can put your money. You can put it in a nice CD that will give you interest for over a 6-month period of time at over 2%, and then it helps you get ready for the inflation rate hikes that will coming up. But besides from that, you can also donate to Extra Life. See, Will, there's no exclamation mark Extra Life anymore because there's a button for that.
Oh, okay.
There's a button for that. And see, I can also like do that, and then I can be like, hey, press the button, but also do this really cool funny anthem thing here. But anyways, Extra Life. What does Extra Life be telling us? Well, it's helping kids be kids. It's helping Connecticut Children's Hospital this year, and the 3 of us schmucks, I'm going to call us schmucks tonight apparently, are going to be playing, streaming video games all the weekend in November. So it'll be 3 streams, 8 hours apiece, all for you. And in those, and what we do is we're playing them for kids for Extra Life, and you can donate your money to that and have us do crazy stuff. I think Panza onesies are involved. I know a PB in Bloodborne is going to be attempted if $2,000 is raised during a stream.
Let me just throw down my little advertisement for that. So if you guys want to donate during this November 3rd event, I will be trying to speed run Dark Souls 3, and if during that speed run, it is an all bosses speed run, if during that speed run I reach $2,000, I will get up, I will go buy a PS4, I will go buy Bloodborne, I will try to figure out how to stream from it, I will probably have to buy a TV as well, and then I will go and try to speedrun Bloodborne for the rest of the time.
Like I said, a PB in Bloodborne will be attempted.
Mm-hmm.
I will definitely not play Fortnite. Because we all know what happened the last time I played Fortnite.
You almost won. Yes, that's what I remember.
Well, yeah. But apparently the bathroom strategy isn't a legitimate strategy anymore. Which leads us to an interesting topic about Fortnite. Has anybody watched Fortnite on streaming lately? Have you noticed a trend?
Nope.
No, I've played it earlier.
But have you watched any streamers stream it recently? Any of the what you would consider to be top tier?
Not top tier streamers. The only one I really seen of late play it was Tom and maybe Melly.
So apparently there's a thing that's going on around right now that they're changing the aspect ratio of the game. So they're changing it from 4:3 to 16:9 or 9:16 or however it is. Mm-hmm. So by doing that, it's supposed to make the hitbox a little bit bigger and make it easier for hit people, as in CS:GO, because this was a thing back in the CS:GO days. But it actually doesn't scale and work that way, so it's really a placebo effect, and it's just making all of the Fortnite characters look slightly wider. One would almost say thick. And so if you like thick Fortnite, then people are getting exactly what they want. But it's just an interesting thing that people are doing to try and gain a competitive advantage in a game.
We're trying to make you feel like you're less shit.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's starting to it starts at the top and trickles down, as with any legitimate strategies do. Mike, 8 hours of Football Manager. I mean, I would be totally down for 8 hours of Football Manager, but the thing is, we actually want people to come and watch the stream
and donate.
And donate. And I don't think me just hitting a space bar, because I have a skin now that lets me do instant result, so I don't actually have to like even manage the team. I can just instant result through a game. I can just set them up, set the tactic, and go, assistant coach, go deal with this. So I'm doing a true Jose Mourinho.
That would be a different stream.
That would be a different stream.
I mean, myself, I'm thinking at least speedrunners will be part of my section of the stream. I know there will be more, but I don't know what yet. Because hell, we still got a few months to go.
Yeah, what I can say for exactly sure is that I don't know what I'm going to be streaming, because what I stream is really based on what my appetite is at that time. Now, there's certain games that I play that I only stream. Metal Gear Solid and No Man's Sky, for instance, are only stream games for me. Metal Gear Solid, I will do side ops and like just go around and grab guys for the base, not on stream, the boring shit. But anything story related, yes. And then No Man's Sky is just all on stream.
Because I honestly, I really don't know. Again, it's like kind of like yourself. Is at the time really what I feel like doing? I mean, so far I can say that to do with Extra Life, I am now up to $71 with 29 tables to play for my donation. Now we times that by 3 because of Epic and Kim, and as long as I get through it before Extra Life begins, which I don't see why I won't, we're going to be getting at least to the $400 mark before we even start.
I mean, there's also a ton of games that are coming out between now and then that could be even on the streaming list. I mean, there's Yakuza Kiwami 2, Yakuza Kiwami 1. There's also, there's the PC version of Monster Hunter. I mean, you have September hits. You've got the Destiny DLC, which is something that could be on my stream. You've got Spider-Man hits. So you got somebody could be streaming Spider-Man. You got Xenoblade Chronicles. You got a Bard's Tale 4. Apparently they're making a 4th Bard's Tale. Did anybody else know that? That's surprising. Pathfinder Kingmaker, FIFA. I mean, October, Mega Man 11, Forza 4, Fist of the North Star, Mario Party, Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I mean, there's some huge games that are coming out between now and then. For Honor, Matching Fire DLC, Soul Calibur 6. I don't know how you would stream that for 8 hours, but I'm pretty sure somebody could. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hey.
And then even early November, there's like... Sure, there's some games. There's Hitman. So the funny part is that we could have done this like a couple weeks later, and like November 14th, Fallout 76 comes out. We could have just done a huge Fallout stream of all of us who are getting the game. But anyways, there's still a lot to happen between now and then, and who knows?
A lot could happen between then. A lot could happen. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. If you can donate, please do so. The more we can get, the better. Which, is a given, really, but that's the thing. Shall we talk about the big bit of news, James, that I have been hinting at with people all day?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we have come to a decision, and it's a good decision, to help not only us, but to help you guys as well, and also to help any future guests on the show. So, moving forward, now we're going to discuss a time properly, but from August, every third Saturday of the month, we are going to be streaming live instead of our Friday night slot. So we can get guests on that are more comfortable hour for everyone. It'll be a more comfortable hour for you guys. And it means we can be all well rested as well, rather than, people over this side of the pond like falling asleep at midnight because it's midnight. And I think this is a good decision. I think it's something that we will all enjoy for the better. I think it will make our podcast even better.
Yeah. So the thought process is that it's midnight in the UK right now, so we want to be able to give some people the ability to watch at a reasonable time. We want also guests to not have to be up at midnight on a Friday when they'd rather be doing something else. So I mean the guest around the bounce around time right now is 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard, which roughly translates to, I don't know, like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
On a Saturday, which I think is most people can reasonably assume to be awake. If you're up at a normal time, it's your afternoon. If you're a gamer, you're getting up at noon anyways. You've been up for 3 hours, so most people should have themselves reasonably put together. And it allows us to reach...
just gives us options for guests, doesn't it, really? It just means that we can go up to guests and go, don't worry, we have a Saturday bit. That means it's an afternoon, so you don't have to stay up. You don't have to sort of go, oh, I'm really tired, I can't make it, or something's come up and sleep.
It causes them to give us better excuses. Essentially is what it is. It causes them to give us better excuses. So if you're listening to this and you are somebody who has asked or is going to be asked as a guest, please start coming up with those now, because we've heard the other ones before. The I'm too tired won't work.
Not now, it won't.
I mean, unless you have like a relatively recent thing, like I live on the West Coast. But at that point, why aren't you on the Friday show? What's wrong with you? Why did you choose the Saturday? Why didn't we invite you to the Saturday? You know we do it every Friday, except for the third Saturday of the month. Shame on you, hypothetical guest man, or woman, or person. I don't know. Gender's a spectrum, and I appreciate and I respect the fact that you can be whatever you want. But come on, you chose the wrong day.
I shake my fist at them. You can't see me shaking it, but I'm shaking it.
I'm pretty sure you can hear the vibrations in his mic, which you know that it's there.
Yeah. So I'm watching you. No excuses now. Right. While we are discussing guests and who's been on and future guests and all this, one of our guests who are in the chat at the moment, Malinari, was talking to me earlier about the Xbox One S. He wants the camera, and so he got to connect and realized that he needed an extra cable. So first of all, what are our thoughts on this? Which I think we've discussed this in the past, but I have put him on to a potentially suitable replacement, which is a Logitech, the C922, which is, I guess, what we kind of have for ours in that same sort of vein.
It's kind of the well, yeah, that's the I have two of them plugged in. Okay, everybody stop right now. Nay Slayer B8K, you are your follower 2000.
Thank you very much.
By 2000 I mean 200.
Thank you very much, Nay Slayer.
Nay
Slayer?
Nay
Well, that's
Slayer.
what you'll be soon enough.
Nay Slayer BK, thank you very much for being
Slow clap, everybody.
And you'll be excited to know that at the end of this, I'm doing the Ravenloft report, so I'll be talking more about the Ravenloft.
And then I will follow that up
thing.
with the Corbytown report. Bring it back. Just bring it back. Because I do play Corbytown a lot still.
Maybe we'll do Corbytown report first, and then we'll do that. So we have a new ender.
I'm
because then we'll have...
I'm not gonna do the Corby Town report. When we get to the Prem, yeah, I'll talk about them. We're in the championship right now. Or like Michael Patterson can just like hit me up on social media, and I can just talk to him about Football Manager then.
Is that his like subscriber extra?
It's a subscriber extra. You can talk to me about that. But I want to hear about the Ravenloft report because I watch the Ravenloft streams. Or some of them. Most of them?
30%. I just throwing out numbers, but yeah. So,
I think Corby Town is still in. I think they're still in the preseason.
Yeah, the season don't start. It's actually this month, so it shouldn't be too long.
It starts next Friday for the Prem.
So it should have started then for league and non-league stuff.
It's next Friday. So Corby. I am their biggest supporter in the Americas.
You wear your Corby shirt with pride.
I do. I follow. Oh, cool! They actually have signed some extra players. That's good. What's the results? I need to find the results. I thought they play on Saturdays.
Sometimes Saturday because it's the sometimes what was it? It's Saturday, Sundays, sometimes a Monday. You never know. Could be a Thursday for an evening match, but I don't know the non-league stuff, so I couldn't fully say. I couldn't commit.
It sounds like they start on the their first game is against Cambridge City on the 18th. It was a friendly. Okay, see, exactly. You got me worried there. I'm following them in the league. Don't scare me like that. Don't you scare me like that.
It was like a Fortnite scare. It's fine. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay. You'll be fine.
Right, so hide in the bathroom now.
Remember, folks, I want to give a public service announcement for this. For the S and the X and the Xboxes, they have removed Connect adapt, the connection for that to go into your Xboxes. They've replaced it with a USB, and so a USB webcam should be able to fit into there. Then we know the PlayStation iToy doesn't work because we tried it, but an up-to-date webcam should be fine for it, and then it will work the same way. So this is fine. So that's a public service announcement. We're okay. Any other bits of business? Oh, yes, there is. Shall we do our thoughts about what happened on Tuesday?
Yes. What happened on Tuesday?
The Twitch Creator Camp.
That's right, that thing. There was a creator camp. I'm sorry, my week has been that kind of a week. That thing that we were in Discord for and actually discussing, an EMS 30. Thank you for the host.
Ems, thank you very much.
So it's Ems.
Yeah, I will see her next month at EGX.
By the way, Chris, apparently, surprise, Will's not going to be here next week.
Oh.
Ta-da!
So,
I'm sorry, everyone. The show's quality is going to dip significantly, as we all know.
So it's going to be an American fiasco.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just going to be liberty and freedom everywhere.
Get Regis Castus and Cosmic Gamers on here. We'll just make this full America all the time.
All America, all day, every day.
Every day.
America.
I'll get my America tank top on. I do have an America tank top.
I'll go get my Captain America shield shirt.
It's just please, the naughty words.
We'll just drink Pabst Blue Ribbon and Jack Daniels.
There we go. I'll do the Jack.
I'll suffer through the PBR.
Hello, Ems. How you doing? So yeah, that's a thing for next week because I'm going to Play Expo in London on Saturday. Made a decision.
Exactly. Make TGWPIS great again. You saying we weren't great, but we were great before, but aren't now?
No, it's make TGWP great again with me not being on the show.
Oh, I see it as. Well, I mean, like Spanish Tracer did come out of that kind of a thing. 110% Carnage actually. Oh, there'll be things. just hope that nothing bad comes out next week because we will debate it and it will be uncensored.
It will be how many times is Lard going to put his fist in his mouth, go during this.
Can we copy strike TGWPIS?
Which wasn't something that came out during the Twitch creator camp.
Yeah, by the way, if you're starting out on Twitch, this first one was actually very good.
Yeah, it wasn't quite the thing that we were told it would be, though. It wasn't going on about mental health or having to take breaks from Twitch.
It was a start. Like, I look at it this way, like, you're not gonna like go and be like, okay, let's go dive into the deep psyche that is like what happened to Logan Paul, right? So you have to like start somewhere, so that at least they're starting at the beginning. They're not Tarantinoing it like, okay, so you've burned out. They're kind of like, okay, so you want to start. Let's talk about that. They talked about, what's the most important thing? What kind of quality setup should I have? Is sound the most important? Is gameplay? Is what I'm playing important? And the creators they had some very candid answers. What should I do if I'm looking at doing this full time? What kind of backup plan should I have? There was like they had some great kind of, questions that were obviously very filtered through a normal Twitch chat that had about 3,000 people were watching?
Yeah, it was around that, and I thought the actual chat seemed very well behaved, which was surprising for a Twitch chat.
Yeah,
of that size. I mean, the one thing that I think both of us sat there and went no for was when they were talking about doing this full time, doing this, what sort of it takes to be successful of it, and they said about doing it 7 days a week. I think we both sort of sat there and went, no.
Hi, Allie. Yeah, no. I know plenty of streamers who don't do it 7 days a week. I know there's certain streamers that do. I mean, and God bless the streamers that do it 7 days a week, because those guys are freaking champs, or girls, or people, or whatever gender spectrum that they are.
Those humans.
But they could gender identify as a donut.
Okay.
There is girlfriend's been on Tumblr a lot lately, so
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So, those living beings who do that, God bless them, or whatever deity they believe in. Sorry, Bowie bless them, because nobody can be pissed off from a blessing from David Bowie. If you do, I will fight you. Also,
don't at him.
It's also David at me at Lardteamaker on Twitter. On Twitter.
Oh, so that's where I got the other two from this week.
Yeah, no, come on.
That's where you get all your hate from, every single time.
You fucking American asshole! What the hell what did James do now?
So why am I getting James's death threats? What's going on?
Not again.
Not again. What did he say this time? That asshole. Yeah, I mean, but they have to do it 7 times a week. That they're awesome. But I know plenty of people who do it 5 times a week. I mean, Lethal Frag, who won like the first like Twitch game man of the year, does it Monday through Friday, takes the weekends off. He has a community. It's well stated. I mean, he did do it for 7 days. He hit a burnout period, and he said, I'm going back to the content that makes me happy, doing stuff that I like to do, and as part of doing that, I want 5, I'm taking some time. I'm taking, the weekends to be with my family. I have a growing daughter. I have a wife. I have, I want to spend time with them. this is great, but I want to make sure I'm there for them when they need me to be, and it's perfectly reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. I mean, I know I can't really say much for the past month for the amount of time I've streamed, but it's one thing I've got to get back into doing, of being the 3 days I do the 5 streams over, and maybe do a sixth over that, as a sixth stream over those, 3 to 4 days. But it's a hard thing to do because, again, especially with some with mental health issues, conditions, you can very easily get into the habit of feeling bad for wanting to live your life. And it's something that, as streamers, we all do it. We all feel bad if we miss a day. But we have to say to ourselves that it's okay to do that. It's okay to take time for ourselves.
And if you don't have something, you can start developing those feelings because you're feeling like you're letting people down. So, like, even if you're somebody who doesn't initially have that to begin with, but you start doing that kind of stuff, then they start, feeling the way they are. Then you can start feeling like, oh man, I'm not going to be there for other people. And the thing is, I think with most, they did say, talk with your moderators, talk with your chat if you can. Just talk with your people who you're doing, let them know. And I think most people are reasonable human beings, and if you're not there for like a day because you had to, Fluffy died, and I need to go take Fluffy home and like bury her in the backyard, and it's emotionally traumatizing, I think most people are going to be like, that's fine, you do you. They're not going to be like, streamer, hey streamer, fuck your cat, entertain me, dance for me,
monkey,
yeah,
dance.
exactly. I'm glad we both went there. But I think
goodness,
communication is the key, and it's the same with anything. And I think most people, I mean, if you have a good community and you have people who are there who care about you and want to see you and interact with you, that's a good thing, and they'll understand that. The people who leave are probably people you would want around anyways, because it means that they have a lack of investment, or they're not really in there. They're just wanting to be entertained by whatever you're doing.
Yeah, there is some things that they didn't cover yet with that when they said about play games you enjoy, and that's from, again, it's more from a chatter's point of view, and I think we've all done this at one point, and we haven't meant to do it, but it's come up. It's like talking about people loving their games and what they're playing on the stream. Now, I've had people come on and go, I don't like this game. And that's fine. People don't have to like the game you're playing. But suggesting a title is fine if the streamer wants to play it, if the streamer likes it, or is interested in it. But saying to play something else is that part where we go, no. And again, people can feel pressured into playing games they don't like, and that can come across on streams, because if you're not enjoying something, people will pick up on it very quickly.
They also
yes.
Like,
I say as I stare at Lords of the Fallen angrily.
See, I know we've Chris and myself primarily, I'll guess out of this one, but Fortnite is a prime example for James. I know we've played games in the past on stream that we turn out we don't like, Lords of the Fallen, but it's something I think that we looked at first of all to see, we might be interested in this, and then it turns out we can't stand it, and that's okay too. You can change your games, you can change things up, because that way it keeps it fresh, the way you're doing things.
Yeah, I mean, my prime example, I mean, Fortnite is a game mainly because I'm just not a Battle Royale fan, and they get me stressed. But I can tell you a perfect example that it was a stream. I don't know whose stream it was, but I was playing PUBG. It was the last time I played PUBG, whatever the fuck we want to call it. And it was a literal just throw it down the controller. Fuck this game. I'm done. We dropped in, couldn't find a gun. I had a smoke grenade. I ran around for 15 minutes trying to find a gun. Couldn't find one. Ran into buildings, grenades, vests, ammo, no guns. No fucking guns. Most of my team dead, already dead. I'm the only one left. Right? I finally find a gun, turn the corner, guy shoots me in the head and kills me. I'm done. Just fuck this game. That's it. I just ran around for 15 fucking minutes to find a gun just to get shot in the fucking head. This is not entertaining. This is stressful and sucks. And why would I ever want to do this again? I would rather sit down and press the space bar and watch my team win a football match. That's it. It was that easy. I was like, and that same day, I was like, I'm done. I uninstalled PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. I've never had it installed since. Never played a game of it since. Never felt the urge to play it again. Did it once. Was like, yep, this sucks.
The other thing as well that we could talk about, with games and that, do you guys find trouble playing games off stream at times? Like, it's almost like a weird sort of burnout you have where you've got your games that you are playing on, but then when you're not streaming and you just want to play something, you're looking and go, I really don't know.
I used to have that problem, and then I discovered Neverwinter and Ravenloft, and now I have literally the opposite problem, where I go, I should stream something, but I really need to sink time into Ravenloft.
I've always been of the mindset that if I am in the mood to play the game on stream, I will play the game on stream. If I'm not in the mood to stream, I'm just not in the mood to. I just won't play that game. I specifically tie games to streaming because Metal Gear Solid 5, for instance, I won't play that game unless I'm streaming it. I won't advance the story if I'm streaming it, which means if I get so pumped up to play the next story mission of that game, I have to stream that game, and then it gets me in the chair and gets me going. That's mainly because I'm also lazy by like normal instinct, and if I don't set these limitations on myself, I just won't stream. So I have to give myself, I have to put that carrot in front of myself. And ultimately, eventually, it becomes fun. People come in, and it's great. Naysayer, I am, obviously I'm American, but I follow two rest of the world football teams. In the Premier League, I'm a Tottenham supporter. So I will apologize if you are anything but. Mainly, also if you're an Arsenal fan, I get it. I'm also a New York Yankees fan, so I understand how rough that rivalry can be. My non-league team is Corbytown FC, and there is a long-running history on this channel about why I'm a Corbytown supporter. And it is for good memes, and Michael Patterson can tell you exactly why I'm a Corbytown supporter.
And my favorite supporting team is the Chicago Bears because I don't support football. I don't watch it.
We are the weirdest podcast where the American follows the English Premier League and
the Brit follows
the NFL. So there's that. Michael, the one thing we can agree on is that Corbytown is the best non-league team there is.
Easily. Hands down, the very best.
Well, there's a story behind why I root for Tottenham, and it's rooted in FIFA. I started following them when they started playing on the EPL. I like the fact that they do things and not by buying major players, by developing youth players, developing youth, and building them up and through their system. It's a very interesting way to do it, and it's against the counter norms, and it's in the fact that they've had success by doing that and gotten to where they have is very interesting. Now, I believe that has a lot to do with the coach and the way that the team is coached, but I think they do need to take that next step by starting to look at spending some money. But that's just me. And that's been the Corbytown Side Football Support.
And ironically, the other person I know who supports Tottenham comes from originally comes from Chicago area. Because he's dual citizenship, he moved here, and he was, he Tottenham supporter.
It's basically it's the team you want to choose if you want to root for a team that's a top four, that's in the top four, that isn't the Manchester's, Liverpool, or Arsenal, and Chelsea. It's like if you don't want to root for those ones, Tottenham's the next pick.
Corby Town FC is co-sponsor alongside Iron Brew. That's the goal. That's the dream. That's the pinnacle right there.
To be sponsored by Corby Town, or to sponsor Corby Town?
Little column A, little column B.
Little column A, little column B.
So yeah, that was the Twitch creator camp. It was some good stuff. I mean, they're doing another one on the 6th of August, around about 8. Is it 8 o'clock our time? Oh,
it's 5 o'clock on the United States, so whatever that calculates into British time. 5 hours. So it's 10 p.m. your time.
Yes, I'm just gonna double check, because they have set their no, the August 6th from next level up, finding your niche on Twitch, 7 p.m. British summertime. 7 p.m. So it's 2 o'clock your time.
So I will be at work and cannot watch it. Mm-hmm. Look, hopefully there will be a VOD that it will be available for me to watch, though.
There will indeed be one. There will indeed. But yeah, they're good things, especially if you're starting out.
Or need a refresher, or you're coming back, or just need to figure it out and been doing it for 3 years and still don't quite understand how the system works.
Like we all do. But there's one more bit of news that yourself, James, are you talking to us about on the show?
Oh, are we talking the news?
The business side.
The business side of things. Okay, business side report, everybody. Earnings season is upon us, and we've had the 3 earnings come out. EA, Take-Two, and Activision. EA didn't beat, but didn't overly exceed as much people thought they were going to, and they got hammered pretty hard. Activision beat their earnings, but not at the cushion that they're normally used to, so everybody's a little bit interested in lower on them. That being said, Take-Two Interactive exceeded when everybody thought that they would underthink, and jumped today 7%. So everybody's really high on Take-Two, especially with their third quarter, because they look at all the games that are coming out, and out of all the major titles, a lot of people say that Red Dead Redemption is going to be probably the title that a lot of people gravitate towards, because it's the most unique one coming out at the time, because it's been gone out of market for 8 years, and they have a conservative estimate of them shipping anywhere from 15 to 17 million copies of the game within its first run.
Wow. I know that on backwards compatibility, they also released the table tennis championships. So if you want a bit of ping pong, there you go.
You're also going to be able to see they're releasing the Prime subscription for EA. EA is releasing its Prime Access this in the next. Either they have, or they're going to be doing it very soon. So you'll see that, and that's going to push the EA's revenue numbers up. So it is these things are a thing. People are paying attention to these, and you start to see some movement on these things. I can't make recommendations, but I can say that it's interesting to watch these companies, and historical trends play true. We were going to have a very interesting third and fourth quarters for these companies.
It's going to be great for the consumer, because there's a lot of games coming starting this month.
Yeah.
A lot.
All of the games.
Including Yakuza Kiwami 2. Which I believe Yakuza 0 came out on PC this week.
Yes.
Did it not, James?
Yes, it did. And if you were paying attention to your Twitter feed last night, you would have seen that we played an hour of it. And by played an hour of it, I mean I played about 10 minutes of it, and we watched about 50 minutes of cutscenes. Because Yakuza. But you want to know what? That's the wonderful thing about this game, is that It harkens me back to the early Metal Gear days when you would just walk 2 feet and then all of a sudden there's there's my next 20-minute cutscene, but I took my controller down and grabbed something to eat. It is a game primed for bathroom breaks.
And it's so batshit crazy with some of the
I will
side.
be right back.
It is. Like there's a lot of stuff going on in that game that's very interesting. I like it that it's a serious game that doesn't take itself too seriously. Michael, thank you very much. You are about an hour and 7 minutes into the recording, so you can pick it up from there. That is an hour and 7 minutes. But
Good night, Michael.
actually, cut that back another 15 minutes. You're like jump to like the 30-minute mark and watch from there. Because editing. So yeah, and I have to say I'm very pleased with how the lip sync syncs up in this game. Like it's very well done.
Yeah, because originally when it came out over here, well, not Zero, because when Yakuza came out over here, they did dub it over, and I've been hearing like Mark Hamill was one of the voices in the original. So they definitely made sure that's not a thing now. They've reverted Kiwami back to its original.
I think that's also because with a lot of the Yakuza games, like it's when they first were coming over, I think that Japanese culture wasn't as mainstream as it is nowadays. And now that you've seen the rise of Japanese culture, more popular, anime becoming more popular, Japanese, food and television and all of that becoming much more accepted by Western audiences, they can have a Yakuza game come out and be in just Japanese dub, and people will still play it because they'll appreciate the fact that it's originally that. It's also just gamers have matured and they'll realize we'll play a game in a foreign language because if the game is good, who gives a shit?
Yeah. And people can still read, so it's fine.
Most people.
So from the first hour, what do you think of it?
I've already seen a playthrough of it. Like I know what's coming. I haven't seen the end of the game though. I don't know. I know about like the middle of the game.
Right.
I don't know what to think about the minigames. I almost failed karaoke because I was laughing so hard.
It's the karaoke.
Breaking the law. It's like I'm sitting there like doing it like okay, it's karaoke. All of a sudden it cuts into a music video where he's the guy playing the guitar. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
I only came back to being in a music video playing a guitar.
I was playing Yakuza 0 last night.
Oh yeah, that's an adventure.
So I was doing karaoke, and then all of a sudden, like, what is like in the background of the karaoke, changed from him being at the bar to him being in a rock music video singing and playing the guitar, where like his buddy was back to him on bass and just 80s hair band. I just started laughing hysterically because I was not expecting it, and I nearly failed the karaoke.
The side missions, because I'm in the middle of it. Those games I need to go back to while I'm offline, and I need to continue through because it's Yakuza. They're fucking awesome, and it's just some of the side stuff that you do on there just throws you off completely with the other tone of the game. And it's just you have one where you're trying to tell a girl to stop selling her used panties because there's weirdos out on the street, and it almost turns into like the end of like a episode of He-Man, where he, Kiryu becomes almost like a public service announcement to say, "Hey, ladies, don't sell your dirty panties." It's weird shit. It's funny as fuck though because it throws you off completely after you're beating people up.
My favorite one. Is that you standing in line to get a fighting game that just got released, and the kid gets mugged. So you chase down the mugger, and he gets mugged by a guy who you chase down, who gets mugged by a Yakuza who you chase down, who you beat the shit out of, and it ends up being this kid's dad who was trying to get him the game because he wanted to spend more time with him. It's like, What? Also,
Yeah.
you run a cabaret club. Ooh. Yeah. You get to do the whole hostess thing.
Yes.
So like that's a thing, which
And
I'm
of course,
excited for.
the other character, mate, Majima.
Yeah, he looks to be a favorite. I know somebody who played Kiwami. I watched somebody also now play Kiwami, the first one, and seeing what Najima turns into, I am super excited.
Oh yeah, you should like if you can or watch on the YouTube channel, Dead Souls. If I put it on there as a stream, and I believe I did. It's it it's a sort of a weird sort of spin-off DLC, complete DLC game where it's a zombie game. But Majima in that is absolute brilliant.
And I think that like he's a character that like is really like in like keeping the original voice acting is the perfect thing for him because the voice actor does such a good job for him in Kiwami. So
Yeah, it's almost like having David Hayter back as Solid Snake because
Well,
it just fits.
we all know why. At least the people of us who have beaten Metal Gear Solid 5 know why David Hayter
Yes,
didn't voice uh,
yes,
the boss.
hmm and it makes so much sense. So, what else have you been playing, James?
There's been some Metal Gear Solid um, 5. We've streamed a little bit of that. There's been a little bit of No Man's Sky. I won't bore you all too much with it because you can go to the TGWPIS. The game will play itself on YouTube and watch all of those there. They're all in 30 and 15-minute digestible bites for you to enjoy. And there's still more coming out. I don't have to do anything through August 10th.
Nice.
Uh,
I love when it's just back up. It's like, well, we got a load of stuff here, so you can just.
I've also had to edit it all, which it takes a long time, and usually is like kind of a pain in the boot, because you have to edit it, let it render, edit it, let it render, then upload it. There have been times where I've uploaded in 24 hours 15 videos, and got them scheduled, tagged, and ready to go. So I'm not saying that I've been putting in work, but I've been putting in a little bit of work, and I'd really appreciate you guys at least clicking on the video and just to like, hey, look, congrats, nice, James, thank you very much for doing that. Also, I played Football Manager because it's not tied to the internet, and when I'm uploading tons of videos, I can't stream or play online games. So Football Manager. I also can have it in a windowed mode if I need to do something else. Football Manager for when you're rendering videos.
Mm-hmm.
But that's pretty much all I've been playing.
Cool. I will quickly go next. This week has also been between all the stuff I've had to do in real life. I've completed a couple of games. So Sniper Elite 3 I completed earlier today, which I didn't know I was about to complete until Ali showed and went, yeah, this is the last mission you're on. And it kind of threw me off. I'm like, what the fuck? Really? So I'm almost running out of, Nazis to get shot in the testicles. Which is a weird thing to say because I know Sniper Elite 4 I'm going to be playing, and that's going to give me opportunities to shoot a lot more. Also finished Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, which I didn't know how fucking close I was to finishing it last week. Because I got to this area where there was about 7 or 8 enemies there, enemy guards. And I just couldn't work out how to get by them. I couldn't work out how to do it. And then it's sort of, when I'm about to start playing, there was a sort of inspiration that just came into my head. And it's like, well, why don't you use your minds here? Why don't you use your minds here? Why don't you do this? And it works seamlessly. And then there's like, oh, here's the portal. Oh, here's the outsider. Oh, here's a choice you got to make. Oh, we're done within like 25 minutes. So I took the opportunity then to move forward with another stream I was going to do, because I'm Keymailer, I got Earhart, which is like a twin stick almost like a shooter, but you don't use your other stickers. So you're using normal buttons, but you have to fish, you have to take down pirates, and it's based on the character is based on a Meteor Earhart. There's a top-down view, and you go up levels in the sky to new areas to fish, pretty much. But you don't want to overfish because you lose your stocks as such. And it does have a Dark Soulish element to it, where if you crash with like pieces of scrap metal where you fish, you lose them and have to start again, because you can make your aeroplane better, harder, that sort of thing, with better weaponry. It's not a bad game, not a bad game at all. I do recommend trying it. It may not be a perfect stream game, so it might be throw on an hour. But from this Sunday, I am very, 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 very excited to play Fable, which I'm not sure whether any of you played it before. No?
Nope, I have not.
James? James. James has had to step out, so probably not. But yeah, so I played a little bit of it a few years ago at a friend's house. I think it was the second one, and I thought it was good then. So I'm looking forward to it immensely. Played, mentioned earlier, Pinball FX3 was continuing Pinball Tuesday, and also the high scores that we get, we donate to Extra Life. And yeah, that's going very well. Other high scores have been smashed. I'm working my way through the tables. My progress is going very, very, very well. And this coming Tuesday, I've got a full table to go through, and then it's the Star Wars ones, then it's the Aliens, then it's like the Fox ones, are like Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, Archer. So I'm really enjoying doing that. Only other sort of other stuff I really should mention is Dragon Age Origins. I think this Tuesday I should finish Dragon Age, because we're onto the blight. We've taken care of Loghain. He is done and dealt with it. They offered the chance to surrender with him, and I went, "Oh, you've been a shit. You've acted like a shit. Your life's going." So I killed him in front of his daughter. Made her extremely. And I gave her the chance to marry off with Alistair. She said no. So we did what any other sane new monarch would do, and chucked her in the dungeon.
Perfect.
It worked for us. But that's pretty much it for games of note that I've played. See, Chris, what have you been playing, matey?
Pizza consumption simulator. As you can imagine, I've been playing an absolute abundance of Neverwinter Nights.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
speak of the devil, it crashed. That happens a lot, by the way. Enhanced. We enhanced something. We're not sure what.
Enhance. Enhance.
Yep.
Enhance.
I've been having a lot of fun with that. Like, it's still like enormously fun to play. I keep wanting to build new characters, but I'm like, nope, stick to what you have. And
Don't fall into that classic D&D trap. Imagine the meme. Chris's main character, new character, and just the ooh.
Every single time. It's like 35 of them. I've been playing mostly that. I played a little bit of Golf of Friends.
Oh, nice.
With a few buddies. I really like that game. It's nice. It's calm. It's super mellow.
I think that might be something we need to look at for Extra Life.
Yes. Do that on the final stretch. Just our last bits. Just Golf of Friends. Oh, excuse me.
That sounds like a good plan.
It's a lot of fun. It's really, It's very funny too. It's a physics-based mini golf game, and goodness, I just have the hiccups. It's fun. It's good. But I'll keep the mainstay of the Neverwinter news to the Ravenloft report. So I've just been playing that for a little while. Been hopping on and off between a couple alts, mainly Mercedes and Elvalio, which is a mute rogue, which is a lot of fun. Makes it very challenging. And I recently made a new character named Adam Lionheart. And I have a different challenge, which is very similar to Elvalio. He is a paladin. He is a Christian paladin from Earth, from the Crusades. He is Byzantine, and thus only speaks Latin.
No, don't mention Latin.
It's really funny. It's really funny. I found two people who attempted to communicate with him, and he's just like distraught over the fact that he can't figure out the language, because all he needs like 5 words to be able to understand like anything, and he's just like he's not getting those 5 words. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, that's
Because all I can hear in my head is like a badly acted woman going Verde, Vidi, Vici. It's like, no, stop it, no.
damn, I don't want to learn it again.
It's like, stop it, no. So if that's all you've been playing, matey, I think we should go on to shout outs, so then you can do your
Neverwinter report. Neverwinter report.
So, only ones like, Naysayer, all the new followers. Thank you so much.
Thank you for 200. Now I can.
Thank you so. Yeah, sorry, mate. You were saying. Now you can.
What? I just said thank you for 200. I was clapping.
So, so also.
Can I interrupt, Will?
Yes.
I'm really done now.
Can I copyright strike Will? So, also, all the hosts tonight, Becky Frost, Michael, Gio, Gary, everybody else in the chat. Thank you so much, as always. So that's my shout outs. You guys got.
Thank you, everybody, for who has watched our streams, who continue to watch our streams, and who I will thank in advance, our first Saturday guest. You know who you are. Thank you.
This one's a special shout out to our fine listener from Ravenloft, Will, and our newest follower from Ravenloft, Naysayer. Thank you guys both for supporting the cause. We appreciate it and hope you guys keep enjoying this podcast until whenever things happen.
And so if you've finished with the song, thank you very much for listening. We are now going into the Ravenloft report. If you want to end your show now and not hear the Ravenloft report, we appreciate you for being here. Thank you all so very much for coming, and you have a great evening. Now, the Ravenloft report.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Ravenloft Report. Weather in Ravenloft is looking quite lovely. We are in the 8th month, which is August, ironically. So we're hitting up the fall season pretty soon. So all of you herbalists out there, keep an eye out for those brand new spanking herbs. All these new things to be made, all to be unlocked. The weather itself is actually pretty warm out here and not too cold, so there's no need to keep your cloaks on. And traffic report is showing that the Guard have been active more and more frequently in Valaki. You may be seeing more and more Garda moving around on the roads and on the streets, and new recruits are being taken in. Lance Corporal Nicholas has set up a table out in the front of the ladies' arrest for recruitment. So any of you Barovians who are looking to be hired and join the Garda, go ahead and take a look. Otherwise, shout at them as much as you'd like and try not to get fined for doing anything. Remember, air is taxable. To those of you who are living out in port, well, it seems like the guard out there are also looking to hire. You can get in contact with Joachim Schroeder for more information on that particular topic. As to the other things, the general back and forth between everything is going quite interestingly. There is a unique organization forming as more and more of the boys in black and gold keep showing up. Remember, humanity has a god too, and his name is Zerus. Or Zerus, depending on who you ask. There doesn't seem to be very much in development as far as the dragon beneath Dwarfheim, so all those tremors down below, you're going to expect to keep having them, so make sure you have your iron umbrella down there. And that is all for the Ravenloft report.
Fantastic. Right. I think that's we're done for the night.
All right.
Yeah.
That's it. Quick, easy, done. I bet you somebody will be streaming later tonight. You should go take a look at them. Do we have some? Actually, no. We should look to see. Is somebody we know? Are they playing? Are they following? Do we have somebody who's streaming that we know right now? Let me go here.
Amanda, maybe.
Let me go here. Let's go here. Let's go. Yeah. No. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do Hang on. We're getting there. We haven't rated him in a while, so we're gonna do that. There we go. Taking all of you with me. We're all gonna jump in and say hi to Regis. So everybody, please say hi. Happy to be. He's not online. Damn it. He was when I looked. He was when I looked. Okay, so Demon Star it is.
This happened the other night to Letitia when she was trying to raid me and I went offline.
This is how it's gonna be. This is how it's gonna be, huh? Frickin' murder. That's it. So the people, frickin' Demon Star, say nice things to her. She's a nice person.
She's very lovely.
Yeah, it'll be less expensive.
She's very lovely and awesome.
Very lovely and awesome. And I'm gonna just put the end thing on and just go say hi.
We'll catch you next week. Well, I won't, but that was real.